Utah Republican Congressman Jason Chaffetz was also in that hearing last night, and he will be in the hearing this morning, moments away. He joins us now. Congressman, thank you very much for talking to us. We know that you're on your way to the hearing that gets underway in just a few minutes. So let's go back to last night here for a moment in terms of Koskinen and what he had to say. Is there any indication to you that he, who was brought in to sort of figure out what happened and get the IRS under control, is making a conscious effort to sort of shake the bushes and figure out what's going on there?
No, we've lost total confidence in the commissioner. He has not been candid and forthright. When you figure something out, when you know something's wrong, I think you have a duty and obligation to ask those people who have under subpoena, ask for those very documents and that information. Hide the document is not a game we appreciate here in the United States Congress.
You know, it appears that the MO from John Koskinen is just to sort of ride it out. You know, you got to go in there, you got to sit through this. This is going to go away. The Justice Department is going to do nothing. There will never be a special prosecutor. So, you know, how do you look at that situation and get up in the morning, go back in there and ask questions?
Hey, we're going to keep digging deep. I happen to think that we got to get down into the bowels. You got to go find those geeks and those nerds who actually understand how the IT functions work. We're going another layer deep here with the testimony that we heard today about what happens or didn't happen with the archiving of materials, hearing from the archivist. And then we've got the point person who was there on the ground in 2013 who was supposed to provide this information to Congress. Remember, it was August of 2013 that we actually issued a subpoena that was non-responsive. We got the person there this morning. She has firsthand knowledge about what they were able to get and not get and why we didn't get it in the Congress.
Yeah, that's Jennifer O'Connor.
Yes.
And as you point out, she worked for the IRS under Steve Miller, correct? The then commissioner.
Yep.
When all of this was asked for. The answer from Koskinen was, you know, sort of cute by half. He said, oh, I told you I was going to bring you the emails, but I can't bring you the emails we don't have. You know, so I'm going to bring you the emails that we have. I mean, what do you expect from Jennifer O'Connor here? Do you expect any more specificity?
Well, I hope so. I got to believe that there might be a possibility that those emails are still out there. And when I asked my questions last night, I said, now you have 6 months worth of backup. And they went to such great lengths, they claim that when Lois Lerner's email crashed, that they went to great lengths to recover it. Well, why didn't they just go to the tape? And they could not answer that. I mean, that's why you have a backup, right? Is so you can go get that information. They spend all this money to have a backup that they even try. And I want to hear from her perspective on that, as well as the person from the archives.
Yeah, I mean, we've spoken to people in Department of Justice, other areas. They say that, you know, in the government, they keep all this stuff. I mean, it's so ironic when you think about the controversy over the NSA and how they're snooping on everybody and everything across the country, which they say isn't even true. But then you've got this situation where these emails just appear to have disappeared into thin air. It makes you scratch your head. And frankly, everybody who we're hearing from here on Twitter and elsewhere, they're just not buying it, but they feel like they're not getting anywhere with this.
Well, remember, it was June 3rd of 2011 that when Dave Camp, the chairman of the Ways and Means Committee, asked in a very formal letter to the IRS, please provide us these materials. 10 days later, Lois Lerner's email blows up. I mean, maybe that's just the coincidence beyond coincidence, but come on. And then they have a backup tape, but they don't tap into it. And they've known about this for years. They never tell the Congress. In fact, we have testimony on March 26th of 2014 from the IRS Commissioner saying he will provide all the emails. He said he backed them up on servers. He said he had all the emails. Then suddenly they say, well, we don't have all the emails. Martha, this just does not add up.
You know, one question for him as well is why do you think Lois Lerner took the fifth? I mean, if she hadn't done that, and this issue was completely separate and she'd been forthcoming and told all she knew, I think people would be a bit more understanding about it. But when you put all of this together, that's when it becomes, you know, really hard to believe.
Well, remember, it was President Obama said he was angry, he was going to hold people responsible. Has anybody been fired or let go? No. Suddenly, then the president changes his tune and says there isn't any evidence of even a smidgen, not even a smidgen of corruption. Well, how does he know that if he hasn't seen all the emails? supposedly they don't have all the emails. Why is it then that the Department of Justice is doing a criminal investigation? They haven't come to a conclusion, yet the president has. I mean, I'm worried that the White House has sent signals that there's not going to be any scandal here and everybody's just getting in line. Well, let's let the facts ferret these things out. And when we only have a certain percentage of them, not 100% of them, how do you come to your final conclusion? And that's why this is such an absolute mess. And it's the IRS targeting Americans. Let's remember why we're in this mess. It's just totally unacceptable.
Congressman, thank you very much. Hearing getting underway. We know you have to get in there.
I'll get in there.
We're going to let you go. Thank you very much.